Hello there everyone, welcome back to the Sonic Show Let's Plays. First up, before we start, let's give a big hand to my boy Piggy Bank for making an amazing new intro for us, and not to mention a great remix of the Sonic Show theme by the Zone Runners, which you guys will soon enough be hearing the full version for, which is utterly fantastic. So, we're getting back into actual Sonic Let's Plays. Before I was doing the Flash Fridays for a bit, and you know what, that was good. But I'm sort of feeling like we need to play an actual Sonic game. So, today, if you couldn't tell from the video title, we're going to be going back and playing Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Both Episode 1 and 2. See, I wanted to do a Let's Play of Sonic 4 when it was completed. You know, all 3 or more episodes were all together. Something like that. That'd be great. Turns out there's never going to be an Episode 3. So, from that, let's get started right now. Basically how I came about wanting to do this was, I asked on Facebook, hey, what game should I play now that I'm, you know, able to do more Let's Plays, considering my job has gotten a little easier, because I had a summer job that was long hours and stuff, but enough about that. Go to my channel to listen to that. And someone said Sonic 4, and I thought, hey, why not? With all the stuff that's going on with Sonic recently, it'd be good to look back at Sonic 4, because for those of you who are newer to the Sonic fan base, I feel very sorry for you. I do apologize with what's been happening lately, but this game was very polarizing, and to this day, I think it still is, but I want to look at it nowadays, especially with the recent happenings of Sonic Boom, and the games on mobile and stuff. So let's take a look at this game that kind of, I forgot there's a homing attack. Okay. Right, so, immediately feeling a bit of, like, why I'm not gonna say I dislike how this feels, but I do, because, like, Sonic Generations, they managed to capture 2D Sonic so perfectly, but this, you can tell, isn't. It's kind of hard for me to explain without, you know, you actually playing both the originals and this now, but, his movement's a bit weird. But you know what? That's the least of our problems. What am I gonna do next? Complain about his eye color? It's like, you know, the physics are whatever. They're not the classic, but we'll get through it on our own. If you can't tell, I have not played this game for a very long time. I mean, this isn't a game that I just go back to, you know? It's like it's interesting that Sonic actually has a free fall thing after his homing attack. I don't like that, because then that means he's vulnerable. Whatever. I don't go back to this Sonic game. I mean, I don't think many people do. Unless you do. Leave a comment if you do. That right there was incredibly Dempsey. If you don't, I don't mean Dempsey, like no Dempsey roll. I mean Dempsey. Dimps is the, company behind this. And honestly, I never hated them, but I can see why people would. You know, it's like, they have a strange philosophy to level design, let's just say that, where it really doesn't reward you for, going fast. It almost feels a little cheap. Also, I'm not getting all the Chaos Emeralds. I'll get as many as I can, which will probably be 1, because I am not a completionist. Do I look like a Gerard to you? That's a no. So, let's actually do this. Funnily enough, my first real experience with Sonic 4 was on the iPhone. Oh god. Okay. I remember now. I was on the iPhone version, which I do not recommend for anyone. Not only are iPhone versions of any game really kind of bad, but especially for Sonic games. I don't know how anyone can play. And I love Taxman. I love him. His port's absolute gold. But man, oh geez, can I not actually play them, because they are just touch controls, man. How do people live with it? It was actually interesting. One of the reasons I also started thinking about this game was at work. I was thinking about this when I had a coworker who miraculously played Sonic as a kid. So that's amazing. I've never had a coworker who actually, you know, played the games I played as a kid. I mean, they would, but then they're like, yeah, man, Call of Duty's the best now, and it's like, I don't want to talk to you. But no, we were talking about it, and I was talking to him about the, because he's like, man, I don't have my Genesis because he moved from somewhere far away. I know where he moved from. It was Ontario, but whatever. And so, you know, we were just talking about, oh, you know, you can pick it up on the iPhone, and yeah, I really recommend it because it's the Taxman port, and Taxman is wonderful. But then he's like, well, so then what else is all on the iPhone? And I'm like, well, there is, you know, Sonic CD, and he actually got that because he never played Sonic CD. I'm like, get ready to experience a brand new classic Sonic game. But then he saw Sonic 4 and he's like, oh my god, dude, they made a Sonic 4? And I'm like, yeah, about that. It was interesting to see his reaction. He's like, I don't know if I like this that much. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what everyone agrees on. But here we are, we're giving it a shot. And, you know, mind you, we're just in Splash Hill Zone with the Meow Mix music. This game, the soundtrack, not one of the best, not the worst though, but man, does it sound like the instruments are not that good. See, like that right there is what I'm talking about, where you're going fast, and I mean, I have good reflexes, but I can't even react to those guys appearing. I mean, a lot of people used to say like, wow, Sonic games are just memorizing the levels, you know, and I never agreed with that. Here I sort of do, because it does feel like that occasionally, like, you know, there's ways to prevent it, like going into a ball constantly, but that, because of the physics in this game, slows you down. It's not like the classics where, you know, you go into a ball, and whoa, you're starting to speed up, you're Speedy Gonzales over here. It's like, no, you kind of start to not go as well. Like, you slow down. That's really, like it's sluggish, you know, that's what it feels like. But we'll see how this goes. So for those of you who don't know about this game, it's on PSN, Xbox 360 Network Pro thing, whatever it's called. I mean, who plays an Xbox? I don't know what that's called. WiiWare. Does everyone remember WiiWare? That was a time. And I think it's on the Nvidia Shield, everyone's favorite console. And iPhone, but as I said, don't get it on iPhone. There's many things you can get on iPhone that are like actually for iPhone, but I wouldn't recommend Sonic Runners. I would. I was one of the lucky few who was able to play Sonic Runners in its early beta stages, which meant I got the Puyo Pop and the Phantasy Star Online levels and stuff, and that was cool. You know, it was because I was lucky enough to be a Canadian. And now on the Canadian store is Sonic-2, Sonic Boom, everyone's favorite. Oh man, Sonic Boom. Nothing has ever conflicted me so. I mean, not the games, I hate the games, totally, 100%. But the extended media is good. The show, great. The comic, wonderful, and ending. But like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. But you know what I do know? That I'm not having the worst time right now. That will change very quickly, though. I mean, I personally, like, in terms of the homing attack, I think it does work good in 2D if implemented well. Because here, I would say it's not. Because of the way you fall, when you hit an enemy, you go into free fall, right? And then anything below you or above you, you know, you get hit by it. And I think that's bad level design. I just do. Like, look at that. See, I was in free fall because I did it too early. Not my favorite. But, you know what? It could be worse. We could have to do it manually over the bottomless pits. To which I say nay. Nay, I would not like that. But I think we're coming up to the... Wait, no, the boss is in his own act. Right. I mean, this game is short. It's only, what, 4 zones? But I will give it one thing. You know, it has 4 levels and a boss. And I think that is pretty cool. Like, 4 acts per... Like, 3 acts per zone, and then a boss. So it's like... It's not super skimpy. You know, you get a decent amount, especially for your $1. But I definitely would have liked to see, You know, who knows? Maybe in the future they'll come out with Sonic 4 Complete, which will have, like, everything. You know, like, you could play one... I totally need to get those. You could play, like, 1, 2, then more levels with, like, what would be 3. Like, you could have it all together, and it'd be, like, one continuous huge game, and they'll put in Sonic Generations, Classic Physics. You know, maybe that'll happen. Maybe I'm just smoking something and wishing. But who knows? That's what dreams are made of, my friends. Hopes and dreams. Especially for the Sonic fan base. You kind of need it. So you don't want to hit those giant red exclamation marks. Those are death for you. And we don't want death. We want to be alive. I mean, you know. Sometimes I think of Sonic's entire existence as just needing those, you know, those plus 10-second bubbles, and because hey, he sometimes feels like he's almost on the way out, and that sucks. But you know what? It's okay, because we have each other, the fans, to make wonderful things like Freedom Planet and other fan stuff that keeps us going, you know? Another 10 seconds. We can still make this, I feel. I think this is the end. Yeah, this is totes the end. No, okay. No, okay. Let's go down. Nice. We got 2 Emerald Dudes. That's actually so cool. I'm happy. And extra life, of course, because we're awesome. Coming up next, the boss. Will he be easy? Yeah, because it's the stage 1 boss. I mean, it's kind of expected at this point. And of course, because Sonic 4 is kind of just more like Sonic 2 1 HD 3D, it's totally just a redo of an earlier boss. Sonic, you're doing something pretty gross looking, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah, no, this is just the boss from Sonic 1, in case you couldn't tell. Truly, though, I believe that the true Sonic 4 is Sonic Advance, because I totally got hit by him because I forgot the arc that it went in, but that's okay because we survived. I definitely feel like, you know, the real Sonic 4 is Sonic Advance. I feel like this game would be a lot less hated if this was called, instead of Sonic 4, it was called like Sonic the Hedgehog Classic, or Sonic the Hedgehog Redux, or Sonic the Hedgehog, like those old games you like, but kinda not, but it's okay. Something like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going on to the next world in the next part. Casino Street. We'll be going there next time. So, I will see you all then. So, we go in, to the wonderful casino-y world. I love casino worlds. Everyone loves casino worlds, so be sure to stick around while we go venture through a casino world. Sonic is 18. It's okay. He can gamble, I think. No, he totally does. Even in the classic games, so that's fine. But yes, actually we're going to go back to stage select. I'll get this all unlocked. Any unsaved progress? That's okay. You saved, right? It's not like a Sonic game you have to manually save. I mean, what type of game would that be? Like Sonic 06, but hey. Whatever. And there we go. We also got special stages. I do like this select screen. You can actually go to all the other ones now. Weird choice to just let you go to any of the stages, you know. But that's fine. We'll see you all next time on Sonic 4. Ciao.